Hello, welcome into GroomersTake NHL talk right away. So it looks like the Toronto Maple Leafs have a pretty comfortable lead to hang on to that number one seed in the North Division with an 8-point lead. I think it's pretty good. They looked really good Saturday night. Anderson is skating with the Leafs. He says he wants to get back in a couple of games before the playoffs. Well, I think that's a pretty good idea. I hope he comes back and can show us what they actually traded for. I don't know, but they look good right now. The Winnipeg Jets, tough loss for them. They lose Nikolai Ehlers for the season. Little shoulder thing there from the hit from Jake Muzzin about a week ago. It'll be tough for them. Ehlers is a good player. He's a really good player, especially when now Mark Scheifele sat for 17 straight minutes on Saturday night after going straight off the ice after a turnover. Leafs go down, an odd man rush, they score. I get it. You want to show some discipline, especially when it's to one of your best players, your leading goal scorer of 54 points this year. But 17 minutes is a long time in a game that means a lot, where you want to try and catch Toronto and you want to get a bigger gap from Edmonton in that third seed. 17 minutes is a long time. I mean, you could look at it either way, but Scheifele said he didn't agree with it, but this race between Winnipeg and Edmonton right now is going to heat up. I'm really looking forward to watching it. Edmonton Oilers, I believe they have 2 games in hand with just 1 point back. A breath of fresh air for Oilers fans. Mike Smith isn't going to miss any time. The way he left practice on Saturday, how he was limping off the ice, it didn't look good, but he's okay. He's probably going to start tonight. A lot of hockey tonight. And that's what you want, and you can never really count out the Edmonton Oilers when you have Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl on the ice. Montreal Canadiens, they're going through one right now. I mean, Gallagher's gone. He scored goals. Now it seems like Anderson and Toffoli are the only guys that can score goals for them. Price not playing. They're hanging on to it right now, but I really want to see if Vancouver can go on a run. Can they go on a run? What do you guys think? Passing Calgary, catching Montreal, and getting into the playoffs. Even if it's just for 4 games in the playoffs, I'd rather watch Vancouver play than Montreal just because of the talent that they have. But hold on just a second. Cole Caulfield is playing tonight for the Montreal Canadiens. It's asking a lot for your young stud, your future young stud, to step in and start producing. But, all signs point that he can do it. So I'll definitely be tuning into that game to see if they could do it. It'll be tough. It's asking a lot for the kid, but it should be exciting. That's enough. That's a really quick NHL talk. I like it a lot. Should be fun down the stretch here. Toronto's going to hold on. You want it? Toronto, Winnipeg, Edmonton, and I'm going to say Vancouver could maybe catch them. They're going to need Holtby to step in and steal some games too with Demko. We'll see. Should be fun. Next. So this is a really big week in the NFL. Of course, the draft is here. And just scrolling today, and you see rumors that the Falcons are receiving trade calls for Julio Jones. This is massive. I mean, I'm not going to surprise anybody here. The Atlanta Falcons kind of suck. They haven't had it for, I'd say, a couple years now. Their defense isn't there. Matt Ryan struggles. He's still a good quarterback, but he struggles. Julio Jones is a stud wide receiver. Is it time to move on? Is it time for the Falcons to get a bunch of assets in return and start the little bit of a growth period here? It might hurt, but sometimes you just have to do it. So I have no idea where Julio Jones could possibly land if it's not staying in Atlanta. Top of my head, Chicago? I don't know. I really don't know. Educate me in the comments, people. Hey. But that would be insane to see. I'd like to see Julio Jones go somewhere else. Let's see what else he can do out there. The Patriots could trade up for the Ohio State quarterback, Justin Fields. You wouldn't be surprised by something like this, especially with Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. I don't think they really want to go into next season guaranteeing that Cam Newton is going to be their starter. I mean, if you can move up and you get a quarterback, and you could maybe see if they have it, will it be a competition in training camp? And you never know who could be starting. We see it more and more in this day and age, a rookie quarterback coming in right away and being a starter in the NFL. It'd be very interesting to see. I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots and Bill Belichick, made some noise this week. Lastly, in the NFL here, the 49ers are apparently comfortable drafting 5 different quarterbacks with that number 3 pick. So how's Jimmy Garoppolo feel about all this? And it kind of sucks for the guy, you know what I mean? He hasn't really been given he's been given the chance, but he was hurt. He's been hurt, and now it's like, does Shanahan trust him? Do they want to go in a different direction? San Fran, they have a bunch of different pieces, but really you need that quarterback. And when you have a number 3 pick, you kind of want. I would use it. I would draft it. I would get a quarterback 100%, because even if Garoppolo is going to be your guy now, it doesn't mean you can't have a rookie quarterback underneath him, seasoning him up for the next few years. A rookie quarterback doesn't always have to jump in. This will be very interesting to watch. Is anyone going to hug Goodell? Apparently, he came out and he has his shot now or whatever, and he's been given the okay to hug players. I think it's a small list of players that will actually be going. I think it was a list of 20, and of course there's 32 teams and in the first round here, so it'll be interesting to see. Talking about a hug, people, I mean, as my good friend Joel would say, oh, cut it out. Stop it. Next. All right, let's get a last call in here because I got a lot of hockey to watch. Alex Smith, shout out, retires from the NFL after 15 seasons. Of course, the victory for him is coming back after the gruesome leg injury, 17 surgeries, an infection to the leg that almost cost him his life. Like, coming back to the NFL last year and playing for the Washington football team, that's the victory. I love it. Great career for him. You got your money. You got a great family. Go enjoy. I could definitely see him on the sidelines one day with a headset on, a clipboard. He could be a coach. I'd love to see it. Andrew Shaw retires from the NHL at the age of 29. Played most of his career with the Chicago Blackhawks and a little while with the Montreal Canadiens. I was a big fan of Andrew Shaw. A smaller guy, got passed on the draft. I believe it was 2 times. 2-time Stanley Cup champion. Kind of guy that would put his face in front of a puck to win a Stanley Cup. And that's why I liked him. Played with grit. No visor on the kid. Absolute warrior. Retiring because of too many concussions. And sometimes, it's more about family and health than it is the game. And he gave a lot to the game. The fans appreciate him. 29 years old. But hey, 2 cups. Shout out Andrew Shaw. Big fan of his. Congratulations on your retirement. And we'll get out of here on what was the craziness on Saturday night. UFC in Florida. What a card. Awesome to see the place packed. Knockouts after knockouts. The kick from Thug Rose, wild. Usman with the knockout punch. When you watch it on TV, it didn't seem... It seems... He rocked him. He went down. But you see it from someone's cell phone camera from a distance, and just the sweat exploding off. I loved it. UFC has been away for me for some time now, but after seeing that card and the highlights, at least I didn't watch it all. I could definitely get back into some UFC action like that. Very exciting to watch. But that's all for me. Thanks for tuning in. Nice little quick one here for everybody. Enjoy your nights. I'll talk to you next time on GroomersTake. Bye-bye.